Ever wondered why you need a passport to travel? Well, it's basically a redeemable travel ticket that allows you access to certain parts of the world. They let you hop over imaginary borders, eat exotic foods around the world, enjoy yourself for a week, and return to your plain old boring life. In this little book, you'll find your photo, name, date of birth, and other important details like the measurements of your face, all officially stamped and verified by your government. Have you ever wondered why you need it? Well, I have too. And it's because whenever you cross a country's border, they want to know who you are and where you come from. Imagine if a random stranger wanted to enter your apartment. I mean, you'd want to know who they are, right? I would too. Passports aren't any regular piece of paper. A lot of them are loaded with electronic chips which store extra info about you, like your fingerprints or facial scans, so you can have a smoother and safer journey. Without a passport to explore the world, you might as well watch paint dry on the wall. You see, passports are much older than you think. They date back over 2,500 years ago. The earliest recorded passport comes from the Bible in the verse Nehemiah 2, verse 7 to 9, where the Persian king Artaxerxes gives Nehemiah letters requesting safe passage through various lands as he travels to rebuild Jerusalem. These letters were basically some of the first blueprints for a modern passport. During the Middle Ages in Europe, travel wasn't gallivanting around on a horse. Europe was restricted and dangerous, a bit like stepping on a night out in South London. Kings and local lords issued documents to trusted individuals, allowing safe conduct through their territories. These early travel permits didn't always describe the traveler, but they were recognized by other rulers as a form of authorization. Like in England, King Henry V introduced something similar to the modern passport system in the 15th century, around 1414. The Privy Council was also given the power to issue safe conduct papers to both subjects and foreigners. Around the 11th to 18th century, as modern nation-states began developing in Europe, the need to track and control movement across borders grew. Travel documents became more standardized and were increasingly required at ports and checkpoints, especially during times of war. However, during the Age of Enlightenment and the 19th century, international travel, especially among the wealthy, became more common, and some countries even relaxed travel restrictions for a while. During the early 20th century, during the First World War, everything went through a major change. You see, with nations more paranoid of foreign movements like spies, passports became mandatory for crossing borders for better security and surveillance. In 1920, the League of Nations held their first international conference on passports and travel documents, recommending a standard format, a booklet-style passport with photo and personal details. Much recently, in 1947, after the Second World War, the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, was established, helping create global standards for travel documents. By the 1980s, machine-readable passports were introduced, making processing faster at airports and borders. And in the 2000s, biometric passports, with a chip containing your data, became the norm. In this world, not every passport is treated equally. Some passports like Japan let you zip around from place to place, compared to passports like Yemen and Afghanistan, which barely allow you to visit 30 countries. Passports are not just a document. It reflects the state of your nation, its diplomatic power, and how much the world trusts its systems. Coming at number 5 is France, an EU juggernaut with access to 192 countries. A French passport allows for European mobility, as well as links to the Francophone side of Africa, the Caribbean, and the Pacific. Former French colonies and commonwealths often still maintain diplomatic and historical ties with France, which basically means fewer restrictions of French citizens. We also can't forget France's global political outreach, cultural diplomacy, and active role in international organizations, which all contribute to maintaining its travel privileges. Next up is Italy, home of pasta and the Mona Lisa, and one of the most respected passports in the world. With access to 192 possible destinations, Italians are treated with a global welcome mat. Italy benefits from its EU membership like France, coming from centuries of maintained diplomatic friendships and cultural influence. Regardless of whether you're headed to Korea, Switzerland, Egypt, or Canada, an Italian passport gets your foot through the door without a sweat. Many people might not know this, but because of Italian ancestry laws, many people around the world can qualify for Italian citizenship without even knowing themselves. For some people, this golden ticket of a passport might be closer than they know. Coming third is Germany, the powerhouse of Europe and one of the EU's founding states. German citizens have visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to 192 countries. This includes not only all of Europe, but also most of Latin America, Asia, Oceania, and some parts of Africa. German passports are prized for being secure, reliable, and backed by strong international influence. I mean, just ask the Romanians and Turks. And let's not forget being part of the European Union also comes with the perks of movement across all EU member states. So it's not just about international travel, it's also about living, working, or studying in 27 other countries, stress-free. For years, Japan has been at the top, and even most passports barely hold a candle to it. Japanese passport holders can visit 193 countries visa-free or with visa on arrival. I mean, think about how cool that is. Almost any country you want to go to is possible, and with barely a headache. This is mostly possible because Japan's reputation for efficiency, lawfulness, and non-interventionist politics gives its citizens open access almost everywhere. Plus, Japan has bilateral agreements with dozens of countries across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Japanese citizens can travel freely throughout the Schengen zone in Europe, most of Southeast Asia, Australia, and large parts of South America, making it one of the most respected and desirable passports in the world. And the undisputed best passport in the world goes, get ready for this, it's Singapore. Bet you didn't see this coming. This small island nation has the most powerful passport in the world, granting visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 194 countries and territories. That's basically access to 88% of the world at their fingertips. What's the secret? A mix of strong diplomatic ties, global neutrality, and tight security protocols. Singapore is viewed in the eyes of many as trustworthy, stable, and business-friendly. All things that make other countries say, yeah, come on in. So if you're holding a Singaporean passport, you can fly from Tokyo to Berlin to New York to Cape Town without blinking. It's literally one of the most travel-friendly documents ever created. Can't say I'm not jealous of a passport like that. I wouldn't give up just yet. It's possible to have not just one or two, but 3 passports. You heard that right. It's legal in many parts of the world. Let's break down how it works. You see, a passport proves you're a citizen of a country. So basically, having more than one means you're a citizen of multiple countries. This is referred to as dual citizenship or multiple citizenship, and it's a lot more common around the world than you think. You can probably qualify for one if one of your parents is from North Korea and the other Somalia. You might qualify through ancestry or parentage laws. You can get it through different circumstances like living long enough in another country to apply for one called naturalization, or marrying someone from another country and gaining citizenship faster. Not every country is on the same page though. Countries like the US, Canada, France, and Australia say, go ahead, man, we don't care. Others like China and India say, pick one and only one. And some like Germany or Japan are somewhere in between. But why bother? Let's be honest here. Having more passports is more access to the world, allowing you to travel to most countries visa-free. Meaning you can work from nation to nation and even gain access to better education and healthcare. And besides, it's a safety net if things got to shit in your home country. So yeah, passports. Those tiny booklets that determine whether you're skiing in the Swiss Alps or searching pictures of skiing on your phone. I know which one I'd rather be doing. They started as royal permission slips, evolved into global VIP passes, and now some people collect them like Pokemon cards, except with more airport security checks. Whether you've got 1, 2, or a whole drawer full, remember, a passport doesn't just open borders. It opens stories, memories, and opportunities. So treat it well, protect it in your travels, because getting it back is a pain in the backside. And who knows, your next stamp might just be the beginning of your next adventure. All right, this is GeoGuru, your passport to the world. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.